Hi everybody, welcome back to Fun Facts with Faith, and happy Easter if you're celebrating. Today I thought I would do some Easter traditions, interesting Easter traditions from around the world, two of which I was lucky enough to see in person. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the Arches of Bread, or Easter Arches Festival, which takes place in San Biagio Platani in Sicily. And there they have this elaborate tradition where they create life-size structures made out of herbs and beans and bread. The tradition comes from feudal times, when it was expected that towns would honor visiting rulers with marble arches of triumph. And of course, San Biagio was a farmer's village, so they could not afford to build marble arches. And so instead they made bread arches. And even after that expectation was gone, the tradition of making the bread arches has remained. And now it's become sort of a challenge to recreate the local church in food materials. Okay, the next tradition is the alfombras, or carpets, of Antigua, Guatemala. So these are, I don't know if you've ever seen a mandala, like it's like a sand painting almost. This is a similar idea. So they make these elaborate pieces of art that cover just huge amounts of the street. And they're made out of flowers or fruits and vegetables or colored sawdust or sand. And they're created the day before Good Friday. And then on Good Friday, they have all of these processions and parades. And they carry all these floats that show the different stations of the cross and everything through the town and trample all over these beautiful sand creations. And then the last tradition that I wanted to talk about is also from Italy, Florence this time, and that is the Scoppio del Carro, or the explosion of the cart. So on Easter Day, they drive this really elaborate wagon full of fireworks through the town to the Duomo. And around 11 a.m., when they're singing the Gloria inside the cathedral for the Easter Mass, the Archbishop, who's leading the service, lights a dove-shaped rocket, which is supposed to represent the Holy Spirit, and it flies. I am not kidding, this is like the coolest thing I've ever seen. Okay, it flies out of the cathedral on a wire, and it lands on the cart and sets off the fireworks in the cart. And then there's explosions. Fireworks everywhere. Very cool, very glad I got to see that one in person. So those are three elaborate, interesting Easter traditions from around the world. I would love to hear about your Easter traditions in the comments, or your Passover traditions, or your spring traditions. And I'll see you tomorrow for another fun fact. Bye.